authentic. It's about being okay with the good, bad, and ugly. To accept those things about ourselves that we can't change, and those things that need to be changed, we put on our big girl panties and do the work. Be true to you is about being real with God, being real with self, so we can be true to you. Be true to you is not about competing with one another. We're about complimenting one another. Hey, what's up, world? It's me, your girl, Angela. Welcome to
The Be True to You Talk Show
with
Wiz on Mommy Monday. Woo!
That's right. It's Mommy Mondays. You know what to do. Go ahead and like and share. Invite your friends, your cousin, your sister, your auntie, and your brothers. And we're going to talk about it's the month of November. And usually November is when we're thankful. Why? Because Thanksgiving. And so we are delegating this show to being thankful. And so we have done, I think this is our 10th show, 10th
Yes.
month.
It's November? No, it's
We've
the
done
10th.
12, but we started January, so this is November. So
November 10th. This is the 10th. I mean, it's not November 10th, but this is the 10th episode of Mommy Monday.
guys, if you like Mommy Mondays, shout it out, give us a hand clap, and make sure you stay connected with us because we're going to continue. I'm proud of you, Morgan.
Thank you.
You really stay with it.
This was my idea.
I know, but you really stay with it.
You trying to say I'm a quitter?
Sometimes we do.
That's
We both.
no, well, that's not even just that's true. I like to start and stop stuff. Not that I like to. It's just that my life goes in different directions at times. So I just usually go with the
You
flow.
go with the flow.
Right.
Okay. So
I am I don't think that I am meant to do just one thing. And so that is why I dibble and dabble in a lot of things. I'm on like my 5th life right now.
your fifth life, you like a cat?
No. I mean, I guess.
You know, like trying different things.
Yes.
This is your fifth. What? Really? I count.
Started off with nursing. Then I went to serving. Then I was selling. Then I was nail tech. Now I'm in my chef bag.
Your chef bag.
I'm in my chef bag.
Thank
But I'm always gonna try to get to the money.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. What I'm excited about, Mommy Mondays, is that I've had people reach out and say that the show with you and I has helped their relationship with their daughters.
That's why we do it.
And technically, it also helped me see you in a better light, to see you as a person of yourself, not as far as, my baby, possessed of you.
Or my Morgan, as
my
you used
Morgan,
to call
I
it.
say my Morgan, yes. Thinking that, I can control everything you do or how you live, or even just that, just because I said so.
Mm-hmm.
And so this show have allowed me to see you as a woman, not just as my child. And so I'm excited about that. And I'm also excited to know that even though we get on here and cut the fool, usually we don't never necessarily have a plan as far as how we want our show to go, because we want it to be authentic. I'm excited to know that it's still helping others.
It's making a difference.
Yes, it's making a
That's
difference.
why we show up each and every week. Well, I don't show up each and every week, but that's why I show up once a month. And that's why she shows up each and every Monday at 7 p.m.
Okay, so next year it'll be January will be a whole year. You think you're ready to carry on your own?
Like Mommy Monday on my own, or like do my own thing?
Your own thing.
I can see where I do my own thing.
Okay, that's good. I'm excited for that. And so I want to start off with one of the things that I'm thankful. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, but mine would be a little bit more
raunchy.
Right. I didn't want to say raunchy.
Yeah,
I was gonna say mine would be a little bit more edgy. Good evening, everyone. I don't know if I said that already. Thank you for joining in, but mine would definitely be a little bit more
raunchy.
On the edgier.
Yeah, raunchy. Mommy.
edgy,
raunchy.
Edgy. Mine would be on the edgier side, not raunchy.
Okay, and you're entitled, and that's why I think that if you're able to have your own show where you don't have to feel like you have to be so concerned about the followers that follow me as far as a Christian, although you're not going to curse God and die, you still believe in Christ. We still, live our life for Christ. I believe that your full personality can come out, because everything is not for everybody, right?
Right.
And there's different things that people like in you that they don't like in me, and vice versa. And so I believe it's all about our personality. And I think it's somebody out there who can really use the
Me.
authentic you to
Right.
show up. And so you can have whatever day you choose. Just let us know. And you already have a producer,
That's true.
right?
The best one ever, right?
The best one ever. Shout out to our producer, Woody Warren, Warren Photography. He's doing an amazing job. If you're looking for someone to produce your podcast, your talk show, or anything,
Anything.
yeah, take
Literally
your pictures,
anything.
anything. Connect with him. You can inbox us, you can DM us, you can text us if you know us personally. If not, you can always email us at B to the U Talk Show at yahoo.com. Again, that's B2D Talk Show at yahoo.com.
Love the confidence in that
I
one.
went a little, I went like,
You was not sure.
Anyway, nevertheless, blank. And so what I'm thankful for, since we're going to do this show about being thankful for November, we're thankful for Christ. We're thankful for life. First of all, we are very thankful that God loved us and that he preserved us for such a time as this. But I'm thankful that I was consistent, even though I was consistent in showing up with a struggle, right?
Right.
I pushed past those struggles with help, with you, with Woody. I push past those struggles, and usually I try to override you guys' suggestions or encouragement. I'd be like, I don't want to do it, and period, I don't want to do it. But I pushed through, and I'm thankful for those moments that I didn't want to show up or I couldn't show up. You guys filled in for me when I was sick. And so I'm thankful for that.
I am thankful for life, of course, health. I am thankful for family, first and foremost. Family has helped me, kept me, grounded me, and loved me unconditionally. I mean, look at me. I'm 28, and a lot of people can't say that like they can still call on their parents if they needed them, or can say that like they can still stay with their parents or whatever it is. But I am thankful to have parents that like I know that I could call on no matter what, be it good, bad, or indifferent. I am thankful that I know that you guys will always love me. And I am thankful that God gave me the parents that he did. I have 3 parents, and I'm thankful for all 3 of them. I would not be the person that I am, and I would not be where I am right now if it was not for y'all.
I'm excited to say that. And since this is Thanksgiving month, let's home in on family. I am ever so grateful for my family, and I'm not trying to say that we have a family that's perfect. I'm not trying to say that we're all millionaires. It's not in that, but I'm talking about the love that we have for one another, and how you thankful for us as your parents. I'm eternally grateful for my mama. And even at the age of 80, she will be 81 next Saturday. No, this Saturday or next Saturday? What's the date?
No,
this
next
Saturday.
Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday?
The day
Oh,
to-
right, because this Saturday is Veterans
Yeah,
Day.
this Saturday she will be 81. And I'm so grateful that even in her 81 years old, she's still trying to take care of us. She's still trying to make a way, whether it be cook food for us on Sunday, whether it be if she hear that we're sick, she want to give us some medicine. She want us to come and let her see her. She want to come over to the house to see you. If you can't, I can't go to the emergency room without telling her, because if I go, she's mad. And so I'm grateful that even in my age, that I have a mother that loved me and want to nourish me. And even when I'm short with cash, she got it for me. So kudos to my mother too. And then just to have siblings that you can count on. So I think family is so important, especially in today's time in 2023. You don't hear people really saying that family matters. They always say, their friends are more than their family, more of a family than the blood family. They say that, they can't count on family. And we don't have that. We don't have that story. We don't have that story. Not saying that we're close with every cousin and but push definitely there for one another. I never thought I was gonna have a grandchild, but this year,
You thought you
I've
would never have one?
yeah, because of even in my head, because I kept telling you guys the whole
Not
while
to
y'all was
have
growing
one,
up
right.
not to have kids. And then every time I heard you guys talk about children, you would always say you wasn't gonna have kids. And even though I did get to the point where I wanted you guys to have a child, but I
But
wanted
you
y'all to be
started
married
asking.
and have children. But nevertheless, I'm a yaya and I'm excited about that.
I knew you would end up being a grandmother. I didn't know, who would have bestowed that blessing upon you, but I knew someone was going to slip up at some point. I do thank the Lord that it was not me.
You call it a slip up?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Because it was intentional. She's a blessing.
Mhm.
But I'm just thankful that it wasn't me. That I'm thankful for that. I am thankful that you have a grandchild and that I did not have to be the one to give it to you first. Although, that would have been like a nice legacy. But no.
Because honestly, truth be told, you're not ready to bring in a child at this point.
No, even though it would probably
Force
me to grow up in some ways that I am avoiding currently. No. And I'm thankful for that. Yeah. Because I would like to, not that it always happens this way, but I would prefer to have a unit and a village around me when I do bring in a child. And I currently don't have that. I have a semi-village, but I do not have a mate. I don't have anyone that I would even dream of bringing a family into this world with. So when I get there, then we'll talk.
Which is good too, because sometimes we just have kids. I can say that, right? I didn't plan any of my children.
You was just out here having kids.
I was literally, tell the truth, I was out here just having kids. I never looked at the relationship. I can't say never, take that back. I only have 2 baby daddies. But my first child, father, I did marry, but I didn't plan to have a child with him. In the midst of getting pregnant, I got married. And that's because I was like you. I was raised in a 2-parent home, so I wanted to raise my son in a 2-parent home, which did not work. And then the story with how you and your brother came along, it was just I didn't choose. And so I'm grateful that you are not living that same whether you call it generation curse or bad habit or bad decision, as far as just out here having kids or not really being in a truthful loving relationship and have a child. But in the midst of it, I'm grateful for you guys, because I think you guys actually helped me become the woman that I am. Matter of fact, I know that. Yeah, I know you guys helped me become the woman that I am. So I'm grateful for that.
Outside of Dad, I would say that we are the best things that ever happened to you.
Yeah.
You paused a little bit.
No, because I had to think about it, because we had this story, we had this conversation. I never wanted kids, right? And so in the midst of me never wanting kids, as I started having kids, it changed life. It caused me to grow up. It caused me to think about things that I would never think about. It caused you to have to shift as far as what you thought life should and was going to be. It caused you to stop doing some things that you thought you wanted to do. And so I didn't understand the importance of you guys being in my life. With that being said, I stopped my life to do everything that I was supposed to do for you guys, as far as take care of you guys, provide for you guys. But I looked at it as far as a job, right? A duty. I got to take care of my children. I'm supposed to be here for my kids. I'm supposed to make sure that I protect them. I'm supposed to make sure that, nothing happened to them. I did it. But in the midst of doing that, as you guys have grown up, I realized I didn't look at you guys as individuals, right?
Right.
And so I was just so busy making sure you was clothed, you was fed, you went to the doctor. Not so much as I wish I would have honed in on your gifts, right? I wish I would have been more attentive to those things. As far as what I want to say is that when I say attentive to those things, if you look in the Bible, all the stories as far as when children came along, the father or the mother, they spoke what their children was going to be, the future of their kids. They had plans for their children. They had a purpose for their children, because God had given them that. And so I just feel like I didn't seek God in, what did he want me to nourish in you guys. I just seek God as far as cover you. Don't let you get raped. Don't let you get snapped. Don't let you get kidnapped. Don't let you go missing. Don't let nobody kill you. Not as far as, what is it that you
Guidance,
created
like
them?
where are we going?
Exactly, because as I get older, and we love to hear the scripture, I knew you before you was formed in your mother's womb, meaning before you came here, right?
He knew
He knew what he wanted
our
you to do.
purpose
He
was,
knew your
right?
purpose, but I didn't seek him to find the purpose. And so now, even I don't believe it's too late. So now I'm constantly getting up. I'm asking God to, let you guys be successful. Anything that's come against your progress in life, break that. I'm seeking God to make sure you find the right mate. Those things now that I know. I've prayed for you guys forever, but now I direct my prayers different.
Yeah, your prayers are more concise.
Mm-hmm.
You are more clear about what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, you may not have, you feel like you didn't guide us as far as like, where we should go in life or what we specialize in or things of that nature. I am still thankful though that you always did what you had to do to make sure that we were taken care of. Like no matter what, growing up, I mean, even now, I mean, we don't really have to want for stuff, you always went the extra mile, even if it was something that you didn't want to do. Like I know you didn't want to do hair for 11 years, but you did it anyway to make sure that your kids were taken care of. And that's not something that I take for granted, because a lot of people, a lot of my mothers don't, they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And they just do bare minimum. But you always went above and beyond, and will always be grateful for that. I aspire to be half of the mother that you are.
Don't say that. I remember when you was growing up, and I tell this story all the time. People you were like, I want to be a mama. I was like, Morgan, you're not even ready for that responsibility.
I ain't ready for that responsibility.
Yeah, you could barely say, I'm ready for that responsibility. I was like, Morgan, how many kids you gonna have?
A lot of them.
Like you, mama. You like, what kind of job you gonna have?
Like you, mama. I almost did.
What kind of car you gonna drive? Like you, mama.
Yeah, that's my mama. Yeah. Thank you, auntie.
And so I am so glad that, generation curses has been broken. I'm even glad that, nobody had children in high school,
middle school.
None of that.
Everybody made it out. Yeah, made it out of trenches.
Yeah, and you got a chance to live life for a little. And so, and not saying that if you had children in those age that something's wrong with you or life had to stop. But I'm just so glad that you guys didn't follow into that trait. And so and I'm thankful that Woody and I made I'm really excited about that because I didn't think I didn't think it. I like to say people didn't think we was gonna last. I
you
really didn't think we was gonna last.
You tried to leave my dad a few times.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna last.
Crazy.
And so I'm grateful, and I'm grateful even in that. I'm grateful that God knows what's best for us. And I say that to say, when I first married Woody, I married out of obedience, But how I realized that God is so good to me, and He loved me so much. He knew what I was going to need in life. And so sometimes we have to do things we feel the voice of God, although we feel like it's not what we want, although we don't agree with it. But if you believe when they say trust in the Lord in all thy ways, lean not to your own understanding, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. And so I see that scripture in my life when it come down to my marriage. He knew exactly where I was going to be at 55, 50, 49, 48, and he knew exactly who I needed to be by my side. And so I'm thankful for that. And
that's a good example of Black love. I am thankful to have grown up and witnessed that. I almost missed out on witnessing love firsthand. But I was able to. Came in at a very early age. I was 1. So that's really...
that's how you tell about you almost missed out.
Yeah. That's all, so that's really all I know. Uh-huh. And I am so thankful that I got to see such a healthy example of Black love. Even though, you guys had your ups and downs, it was still, it was always love, and it was always in its healthiest, purest form. And I am grateful to have witnessed that, so that I know what love is, and I know what love isn't. And I also know, what I'm looking for and what I'm not looking for. And he always say I can't say this, but I'd be like, you don't act like my daddy.
Yeah. Yeah, he don't like for you to feel like you have to pick a man for your daddy. Because it can be twofold. It can be a good thing and it's a bad thing. Take me for example. I thought I had an amazing father. I really did. I think my father is the best father in the whole wide world, better than yours, better than anybody. I think God loved me again.
Not mine.
Yeah, again, so much that he allowed Adolph Lewis to be my father. And so in that, I had to be ever so careful because I used to compare Woody
to your dad,
to my dad. And I would say, my dad would never, or if my daddy was here, what happened?
No, my daddy would never. Your daddy would.
No, my daddy would never. And so I had to, even though I see the good traits of my father in Woody, I had to understand he was his own man.
Right.
And sometimes we don't allow people to be who God has created them to be. And sometimes I think we're so busy looking at our perspective that we don't see it from other people's ways. And so growing into Christ, getting stronger into Christ, I was able to see Woody, right? And sometimes we don't see the person's worldview, meaning you don't see how they was brought up. You don't see some of the trauma they had to experience. You don't see how what love looked like in their home,
or if they were raised on love, or if they were raised on survival.
And so when you get to see a person from their point of view and not what you want, you can appreciate the person for who they are. And so I'm able to do that with Woody.
That's good. Willie Lewis, it really does. Oh, great to hear that from. Yeah, see, it's good to hear that from a daughter's perspective.
Yeah,
and it's good that you gave me that opportunity. I think it was good for the boys as well.
I think they appreciate it now.
Right.
Really, matter of fact, I know they appreciate it now. As far as him being in our life, the things that he did for us. I don't know how this turned into a Woody show, but he's awesome, so why not? I believe they believe. I believe my oldest son, your oldest brother, thought he loved him because he had to.
Right.
And I know now he understands he loves him because
he loves him.
He loved him. And that's amazing. That let me know. Because sometimes as a mother, when you marry someone and you have to bring them in your children's life, you wonder, okay, are they going to treat them right? Did I make a right decision? And be careful that you don't never put them in before. Although Scripture says, husband comes before children. That's Scripture.
So Scripture say, if your house is on fire and you got to choose between your husband and your child, you supposed to say your husband. I guess because you can make another child, huh? Scripture tough. God.
Scripture tell you that you have to lead everyone and clean to each other. And so I'm grateful that I didn't have a mate that tried to make me make a decision, because I don't try to put y'all out all the time. He'd be like, oh, shorty, just leave them alone. Oh, shorty, they going to get it together. Oh, shorty, I'd be like, they need to pay rent. You like, shorty, they ain't got to pay rent. I'd be like, yes, they do. You need to stop telling them that. And so I'm so grateful that he wasn't one that, your children are 18, because you'll be 10 years behind. Okay. So, living. You live that. I'm grateful that you have the ability to live without feeling like you have to settle in a relationship or put up with abuse or someone just tolerating someone just to take care of you, provide for you.
Because I have been in that position where I was living with someone, and I don't want to say it was like emotional abuse, but it was teetering on the line of it. And I never felt like, oh man, I have to stay here because I have absolutely nowhere to go. And that's another thing that I'm thankful for. I am thankful that I know I can always come home.
Always.
And I always will.
And you do?
But I am thankful for that. Because that could have been a way worse situation, or I could have taken a different route had I not known the love that I had available to me and the parents that I have. So I'm thankful for that. I just keep talking about y'all.
Yeah.
Let me think about something else. What else am I thankful? I am thankful that I lost 13 pounds.
I'm thankful, girl. Hold on, we'll be right back. We're gonna hold on with that one. We'll be right back.
Thank you so much for inviting me out, girl. I've been so stressed.
Girl, you're so welcome. But listen, who did your hair?
Oh, all dolled up.
What is that?
All Dolled Up is a series of stores and salons all throughout South Florida. I get my hair silked out every month. I can do that because I'm part of the Texture Club.
Girl, well, I need to get to All Dolled Up and sign up for this texture club. You look amazing.
And cheers to that.
Okay, so thank you guys for being a part of our commercial. Hey, listen, you see we have commercial, honey. If you want to advertise, get in contact with us. We have some package that will be available to advertise your business, advertise your product. So you don't want to miss it. You want to get in while it's affordable. You want to get in while we're building because Jesus is doing something with us and we are about to what? Blow up. And so no, all jokes aside, if you're looking for a spot or a platform to advertise your products, to share your story, get with us at b2utalkshow@yahoo.com, b2utalkshow@yahoo.com. And you guys saw the guests that we're having. I'm excited. They have a story. And so I want to go back to you saying you being grateful with you losing 13 pounds. I'm excited that I lost 20 pounds. Woo! Yeah, we done lost 33 pounds with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Babe, did you lose any? I don't know. I don't know. He was
it's not his fault.
It's not his fault, but he was
He
working.
eat what we don't.
And he works with us. He tried to support it. You know what? I'm thankful too because you pushing me. I forgot I used to run track. And I never tried to run. And it's like, oh my God, I used to do this. And so I'm glad that you brought that back in me. I'm glad that we have a family, even with the dog going to exercise. But I don't take that for granted because, you know, with you being home, it has really did something to us. I think you really needed this.
I try to tell y'all that.
No, Morgan, you don't have to stay here. But I'm saying.
No, but I be trying to tell y'all that. Like, I came home to help y'all.
You came home to help us? No,
yes.
No.
And I feel I did.
Go ahead, Mom.
Not saying, okay, that's not, I didn't come home to help y'all, right? Y'all, I came home so y'all can help me.
Okay, that's
but
in the midst of
ended up, like, I know now that things worked out the way that they did or played, because it didn't work out. Things played out the way that they did so that I could come back home to help y'all in a lot of different ways. And I do believe that I have done my job and I am now working on leaving.
Mommy, what was your job?
To help y'all.
Okay, well, you have helped
us. I have made y'all.
Well, you have that relationship, yours and mine.
I have helped y'all get up.
You help us get up.
You know, getting active. I try to keep y'all in line as far as what y'all eat. You just don't really listen to me.
You know the story with me and food.
Yeah, you don't listen. And then you know, I keep y'all young. I got Mocha, and that brought Dad. Listen, that gave Dad a sense of happiness. I have never seen him smile the way he smiled when he be with Mocha. You know, he loves that dog. I feel like me coming home served the purpose.
I do too.
yeah, it's time for us to move on.
Okay, I do too. They love your haircut.
Thank you. I did see that. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Janaea. Thank you, Auntie. I said which time, Keita? What did Morgan just say that?
She's thankful for losing 13 pounds.
Oh, that was probably when we got cut off before
Yeah.
the commercial. Okay,
She
yes.
was thankful for losing 13 pounds.
Yes, so now I'm about to start sculpting.
Yeah, that's what I want to do now. I've lost 20 pounds. Give and take, I've gained a pound or two because the last week or so. But as a total, I probably have lost 22 pounds. But because I gained those pounds back, now I feel like it's time for me to work on my stomach. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the doctor. I'm grateful for Whitney sharing her doctor, Dr. Beyonda.
I am grateful. I'm thankful. I am. How could I not say this? I am so thankful for my Tasha.
Oh, because I said you Whitney.
Well, yes, I am so thankful for her for being the matriarch of the family.
Cousins.
Yes, she keeps us. She keeps the bridge gap. No, that's not how it works. She keeps the gap closed on the bridge. She makes sure that we stay together.
I like that.
She makes sure that we stays in communication in some way, shape, or form. She is always loving on everyone as much as she can. I am thankful for Tasha for being her and for being a grown woman. You know, she's coming to her own. She is
really
taking care, she's taking care of her parents. She is married. She in her big girl job. She teaching those
She got a
kids.
big girl job for
She's taking
real.
care of them. I am thankful for my Tasha.
You know, and that's good because everybody wants to be appreciated, right? Everybody want to know that the extra mile that they go, it matters, and that you don't take people for granted. And then just to say something as for something so simple that you appreciate her for that, because she is making a difference, right?
She does.
Somebody got to start somewhere. Somebody got to be the one that want to step in and keep the family together. And when it come down to the first cousin, she does an amazing job.
She makes sure we don't forget anyone's birthday, any events coming up. She makes sure we knows. She on point.
That's good. I love Whitney, but I love them all. But I'm just saying I get that, and so it's nice to be appreciated. So kudos to Whitney for doing that. I am also thankful for, what am I thankful for? I said that I'm thankful that we get to celebrate my mama for 81 years.
Yeah.
Just amazing. And in August that we almost lost her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here she is. She looks absolutely nothing like what she went through. And which caused us to help us, push us. I think God used it to compel us into this celebration of Cancer Have No Boundary. And that for her to be 81 years old in 3 days or 4 days and still be here, it's just amazing of the love of God. And so I'm just so grateful for that. And so
that He has kept her.
Kept her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And how she helped you
make peanut butter cookies. I look forward to her text messages with all her emojis. And she's still sharing her recipes with me. Yeah. She's still loving on me. Like, you know, she let me stay with her. Mm-hmm. I am thankful for my grandmother. She is, I don't think I could have had a better one. With them little fish, she just is sweet and feisty as she want to be.
Still is, ain't stop, won't stop.
Uh-huh. She just skinnier. You done always been skinny, sugar. I don't know if you skinnier.
But you're skinny. And so yeah, that's what I'm pretty much thankful about, you guys. What are you guys thankful about?
I think you forgot something.
What? I said you, mommy.
Did you?
Yes, I'm very thankful for you. I said I'm thankful for the relationship. Mm-hmm. I'm thankful that you came home so I got to know you as a person. I opened the show with thanking you of being so thankful for you. Thankful for able to see you as a grown woman. Thankful for you. I'm thankful for your attitude has really changed, you know, because you was always I'm like, look here now. But you know, you toned that down. You're not as aggressive as you used to be. And I think that you're learning to not be hangry.
I just try to eat.
You eat more, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So
I try to make sure I don't get hungry because I will be angry. I don't know. I'm not really sure where that comes from, but being hungry really does bring out the worst in me. Are you sure I didn't get that from you?
No, you didn't get that from me because I can go without eating.
Eric is like that too. So
I know.
So
yeah. I know. Maybe y'all got it from y'all daddy. Y'all do got the same daddy.
Well,
Y'all don't get all the bad traits from me.
no, I wouldn't. Is that really a bad? Oh, well, I guess that is
Yes,
considered a bad trait to
yes,
some people.
yes.
But I do know that I am a little bit rough around the edges, and I have tried to be more mindful of that in my more recent days.
Yeah, you are rough, but you're rough. You was rougher, and you are rough. But I can also say that the difference between you and I is that I gave my life to Christ by the time I'm your age, right? Because I was rough. But 28, I had 3 kids. I was married, and I had Christ truly in my life to mold me. And so I just think it's just a matter of time as you continue to spend time with him. He's going to soften those edges, and you're going to come into that blossom, beautiful young woman that he created you to be.
That you've always dreamed of.
Yes, the one that carried a pocketbook, put on some
I carry your purse
occasionally. But that's right now because you don't really go anywhere.
I don't really leave the house for real,
Right,
so
yeah,
I just
yeah.
put on my comfy clothes.
And you've been keeping your room clean too.
Yes, because the mind.
Talk about it.
If you declutter, I try to keep my space clean to keep my mind clean.
It makes it.
If my surroundings is a representation of my mind, and so if I can control that, then I feel like I can control this. It goes hand in hand for me.
And it is so true too. But not to say, even though we like to say cleanliness is next to godliness, we can't find it in the Bible anywhere, but we like to say that. But I do know that your environment is a representative of what's going on in you.
Right.
If you're confused, if you're unsure, if you have a lot of chaos in your life, then your surroundings like that, your car is like that, your room is like that. And so what people don't understand, you don't have to say anything.
It shows.
People can see what state you in simply because the way you show up in life.
Right.
And that's the way you show up when you dress, when you leave the house. It's the way you show up as far as your room, your cars. And so people like to, you don't know me, you don't know my heart, God know my heart, but a lot of things show up without you saying a word.
That's very
and
true.
So that's what I'm learning, and I see that. And in the midst of me seeing that you keep your room clean, I see your patience. I see that you're not so snappy, and so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the growth in you.
I've tried to develop somewhat of a routine because it seems so small and so insignificant, but something so small as having a routine and creating some sort of discipline is an easy cure or kick for depression. And I do deal with that at times, and so I've just tried to find ways to avert it, and the best way that I have found is to literally just make myself get up.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I realized too that I like the idea that you was able to be honest as far as that you can deal with the form of depression. And so the thing is that you don't allow the oppression to take over you. You may let it take over you for a day or two, but there you have a routine, you have a system to snap out of it. And that's what people should know, that if you have a system in place, eventually it will pull you out.
It will.
And getting up in the mornings too, because I can lay in the bed all day too.
Right.
So if you think about it, I think I'm just tired, but I'm not necessarily tired. I only work 3 days a week. And so getting up in the morning, it allows you to get outside. And when you get outside, that's the greatest. Different. It calls you to come alive.
Vitamin D.
So I like to tell people, like when I was coaching and people go through depression, the first thing you have to do, you need to get up and open up your windows. As soon as I get up, I open up the windows. I come in the living room, I got to swing the curtains up because that darkness engulf you.
It will.
And you don't even understand why. It could be just a simple statement or something that you heard, and all of a sudden you're deep into it. But when you allow the light to shine, it's like the word say, come on, light. Darkness can't stay in light.
Cannot.
And so if you just let some light in, then you get out and get some of the fresh air. And then you look up to the sky and see God didn't let the sky fall. You look up and see that, oh, wow, he told the moon where to stand. And then when you go to the beach, you see all of that. You see the creator, right? And not that you see that creator, but when you live for Christ, that creator is in you. That creator is in you. And now you know that you're so much capable than those things that you allow yourself to come to. you can overcome so much. But if you don't have the right environment, you don't have the right circle, you don't have the right just
anything.
anything, it can really take you in.
It does. And it all starts with the mind. So that's one thing that I really try to focus on now, because I realize that I am the co-creator of my life. And so that means that I play a part in what happens and how I feel and how I go about things. So I just try to do what I can or what I can control to put me in a better position, because I realize that I couldn't really point at anyone and say, I'm this way because of you. I would have to point at myself and say that I am where I am because of myself. I am going through what I'm going through because of myself. And so in the same breath, I can get to the other side because of myself. I can overcome because of myself.
That's so true, because every time you point a finger,
It's
there's
3 pointing
always
back.
pointing back at you. And so we learned that you got to take responsibility, and you can never change anything. I say this all the time. My sister Mary liked to say, what is the underlying issue? And I love to say, add to that, is that you can never change anything that you're not willing to confront. And so when you're able to confront those demons, you're able to be truthful about those demons. And I call them demons because anything that's tried to hold you down, anything that's tried to pull you in darkness, that's not of God.
Right.
And so when you can confront those things, then you can overcome them. Apostle Clyde preached this amazing message yesterday. He talked about how we are saying that we're waiting on God. We're waiting on God to do this. We're waiting on God to do that. And it's funny that he said that, because I wrote in my little journal in my phone to myself, the whole while I thought I was waiting on God.
But God was waiting
And
on you.
I thought I was waiting on God to place me in the right space, and he was waiting on me to get myself in the right place. And so I say that to say that everything that's need to be done is within us. And when we pull it out of us, we can conquer anything. And when we pull it out of us, we can be great. But it's about how bad do you want it? And so I was looking at our first show, and you talked about, at what age do you stop blaming your parents for the life that you experience, everything that go wrong in your life? At what age do you own up responsibility? And I just think that thing about, not waiting on God to do anything, but God's waiting on you. And then once we put a foot forth, then he shows up.
Right.
He makes a difference. He add to it. He blows a freshness in it. He allowed the power of him to, cause it to grow. When we look at life like that, we can conquer anything.
It's like faith without works is dead.
Come through, as Pastor Mary called you, Evangelist Morgan.
If you don't, if you saying that you're waiting on God, you're essentially telling God that, like, he's not doing it, or you're not willing to do what he needs you to do in order for him to provide for you.
And the word said, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. He also said that we would do greater. And so if it's not getting done, whose fault is it?
Right. You can't blame him.
Yeah. So
gotta get your butt up.
Yeah.
Get to moving.
And so that is about it, you guys. I love it. Even though we didn't do an hour, I think that we have discussed some things. Hey, what are you thankful for? Have you thought about what you're thankful for? Did you take some time to reevaluate your life? We're in the last one more month in 2023.
What are you gonna do? I'm looking for something drastic in 2023. I don't know. I might get pregnant. No.
You want to get married? You want to get pregnant in 2023? Or are you looking for something?
Oh, I meant 2024. My bad. I forgot what year it was.
The devil.
I'm looking for something drastic in 2024. Not that soon, Lord. I mean, if it was going to be drastic, like 2023, I would prefer it to be like riches, I become
why
a millionaire.
How'd you go from you wanted to make sure that
I was just joking anyway. But I would like something drastically positive to happen in my life next year.
It is possible, and it doesn't have to be next year. God can do things suddenly.
Yeah, he could do it tomorrow. Matter of fact,
he can do it right now while we sit
Jesus,
here.
Make it happen.
Come on, God.
Look at now. Come on.
Shama.
Yes. Should have bought a Honda. Should have bought a Benz. Somebody said, I don't see it now, but I did see somebody said my skin is skinning. And I would just like to say Thank you for noticing. And also, I will be dropping a video soon on my YouTube, and my skincare routine will be included. So
Awesome. So congratulations. That's a big move. That is a big move for you to speak it, right?
right, because now I
you
have
gotta
to
be
do
held
it.
accountable,
Exactly.
right? You have to do it.
Yes.
So yeah, kudos to you. And what else I wanted to say?
Cancer has no boundaries. Don't forget to get your tickets if you haven't already. The event is
November
next
17th.
Friday.
Yes.
So wait, is that next Friday or next Saturday? Next Saturday.
Friday.
Next Friday.
Mhm.
So you better get in where you fit in. You do
And-
not want to miss it.
And walk the red carpet. Morgan
Because
is
I
going
will
to be
be hosting the red carpet
for the
and come
Beach
on
Reading
now.
Talk Show.
You know you want to talk to your girl.
They want to talk to you, Morgan?
Yeah, they do.
Because you what?
I'm that girl.
You that girl. You
Yeah.
everybody girl.
Everybody love me. And if you don't love me,
Uh-huh.
you have to look within yourself and figure out why. Because that is for sure a you problem.
Most sure, but speaking in tongue. Most of the time when people don't like you, it has absolutely nothing to do with you.
No, and it's probably something that they see within me that they have within themselves or would like to have within themselves.
Correct.
And it's possible.
Correct.
You know, just
correct.
love you. And if you love you, you can love others.
I'm thankful for that too. I'm thankful that I have really, really got into the place where even though I talk about be true to you, even though I try to show up authentic, sometimes when I show up, I may second guess, maybe I share it too much, or this person may feel some kind of way. But I've really gotten to the place where it's okay. It's okay because my truth is my truth.
And your truth resonates with someone. It resonates with who it's supposed to.
Correct. And so we have to get to that place. And I would never, ever say that I don't care about people. You can't help but to care, right? There is someone in your life or in your circle that their opinion matters. The problem is when their opinion matters more to you than yours or than God. And so as long as you're not hurting anybody, I say live your life. I say live your truth. I say enjoy your life. I am going to make sure that I continue to strive to live the best life for me. Continue to want more, desire more. And even in me wanting more, even though I want to live a better life, I am still content with where I'm at. And just because I'm content here does not necessarily mean I want to stay here.
Exactly.
And so that's what we have to understand. You got to want for growth. When you stop growing, you either what?
You dead.
And you
dead. You don't want to be dead.
You don't want to be dead, and you never want to stop growing. And so
you got to go through shit, and you got to grow through shit. That's one of my best sayings. Like, go through it and grow through it. Okay. Go and grow.
Go and grow.
Yes, right. I shorten it.
Go and grow. Yeah. Get your own show. So because when you get your own show, I know you going. But if somebody really want you to get your own show,
you have to go and grow. That's all.
Yeah, and
that's what I should have said. Yeah, go and grow. My bad.
Go and grow. No, you're being true to yourself. It's not like you don't say the word. Yeah. So you be true to yourself. But thank you for being so respectful. I totally agree with that statement, Tasha. Which part? The one with the sugar honey iced tea in it, or without it? Just go and grow. Go and grow, you guys. Thank you.
And always go in love. Yes. Go in love. And remember, I'm not going to quote that.
Go ahead, man.
No, I was going to quote Martin Luther King, but I'm not going to.
Go ahead. You forgot?
No, I know it. I just, I'm a little iffy about him.
Oh, mommy.
What?
Why?
Because, he was cheating on his wife with them white women.
Oh, with all women, not just the white ones.
I'm just saying, you was out here talking about some love. That's why he was talking about something. He have a dream that one day black men and white women can hold hands because he wanted to be sleeping with them white women freely. So I'm just a little bit iffy. But what he said was darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can. That's all.
That's true. So tell them about your cookies.
Oh, yes. This week I have cookie butter, iced oatmeal, triple chocolate chip, and of course our famous biracial cookie. Get them off me. $15 a dozen, and we will have some Thanksgiving flavors, but not until those are gone. So
You already know your Thanksgiving flavors?
I do.
Okay. You excited?
I am actually. I'm really getting into being more creative
And
with
you've
it.
been baking biscuits too. Do you plan on selling them too?
I do eventually want to branch out. I actually would like to start making or taking special requests. But those would be a little bit more costly.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I'm trying to. I'm working. I will say that.
Good. And how do they reach you?
You can DM me on Instagram at WizMonifa. You can message me on Facebook at Morgan Christina, or you can text me at
954-298-0183.
what she said.
954-298-0183.
Yes.
Can you make me some chocolate chip with pecan?
I absolutely can.
Tell us you have to Cash App in advance or
Yes.
Zelle. Or is it just
No,
Cash App?
just Cash
App
App.
in advance, and your order will be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zelle.
What you gonna say? Zelle what?
Don't tell me. I want my money. Don't tell me. But yes, and yeah, don't be afraid to get creative, because that's what I'm really trying to do. I don't want to just do the usual. I am branching out. Yeah, and if y'all hungry, I cook.
Spicy food though. Not
That's
everybody.
not true.
Yes, mommy. And everybody can't eat spicy food.
And it don't always have to be spicy. And everything
No,
I make is not
always
spicy.
have to be spicy, but everything you make is spicy. Everything except for the biscuit and the cookies. If you're doing any type of meat, it is spicy. Even your broccoli going to have some spice.
That's now you pushing it.
Ask your daddy.
I don't even be making broccoli.
Ask your daddy.
You talking about the sweet potatoes.
What's your Cash App?
My Cash App is $WizMonifa.
One more time.
Cash sign WizMonifa.
Is Eric on? Is that say Eric hi?
You was typing his name.
Oh, my bad, and I
Yeah.
didn't finish. Okay, I was going to say what? Anyway, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys continue to support us. We cannot do anything without you. Make sure you get your ticket for Cancer Have No Boundary. Don't forget, when you go to Dr. Beyonda, to use your code Warren10, and you get 10% discount, as well as a weekly free B12 shots. And so I'm grateful for her. So
you need a shot of B12, girl. You need a shot of B12.
Yeah, I think Morgan's show is going to be awesome, because she's going to let her personality shine without her feeling like she's going to offend me with her cursing.
Mommy.
Say it again. How I say?
Mommy.
I wonder how many times I said that, and I'm sure I said that in every show.
If you got paid for it, baby, we would be rich. Well, we are rich in love, rich in spirit, rich in life, and rich in family. But we would be rich in monies if you got paid for the mommy.
It's my neck.
Mommy. I'll be like, okay. Yeah. I took it too far.
Yes. Anyway, thank you guys again. We will be here next week. I think it's going to be my sisters. I didn't tell them that yet. I didn't put anybody down because it's the week before the event, and so it's the Monday before the event, so we want to talk about it and hone in on it. Remember that Friday, the 10th, is the last day to purchase your tickets, and you're going to doinglifewithangela.com, and the tickets are $85. This Friday, the 10th, is the last day you can purchase a ticket. We got to get our count in, guys. We got to get it right. We got to get the money right, the table right, the chairs right, the food right, and so it have to be a cutoff. And so the 10th is the last day for that. We have Aisha Hardin coming, and we also have Judy McFadden going to be the guest on the show this month, which both of them have battled some form of cancer or tumor. And so we thought it would be fitting to bring them on, not only that, not just to tell their story about that, but how they overcame and how life can still be great. Life be life, but you don't have to let it overtake you.
Life be life.
Life be life. And why, even though it's life be life, you have to remember God is still Godding. And so he's still in control. And so I want to again just tell you, thank you to my husband. Hey, make sure you follow us. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, Be True to Your Talk Show. Subscribe with us at Instagram, Be True to Your Talk Show. You've already followed us on Facebook. Share it. Sharing is caring. So please share our information, share our shows, share our page. and invite people to follow us. And again, if you like to be on a guest and you have something to say, email us at Doing Life with Angela. I'm sorry, BeTrudyTalkShow.com. Email us at BeTrudyTalkShow.com.
One day.
And you can one day I'm gonna get it right.
Yes,
And you can also again advertise with Be Trudy Talk Show. Contact Woody with that one. I have absolutely nothing to do with it, but when the money come in,
you have something to do with that.
I have
right?
something to do with it. That's all, you guys. We
don't
love you.
forget to subscribe to my channel.
I'm so sorry, Morgan.
So no, it's okay. It's not your fault. So that you all will see my upcoming video, and just so you know, you can follow along with me because I know y'all love
you
me.
the girl, right?
Yeah.
Now you really want to follow her YouTube channel because when she started a couple years ago, it was really intense and you really had things to say, and you can just imagine her personality shining on her own with her own channel and her own space. And so I'm telling you, follow her. I told you to follow me with Doing Life with Angela on YouTube
because you want to be able to say like, oh, I knew her when she was like small time.
Because you're gonna blow up mommy.
You know it.
Okay.
It's in my what do you say? I don't know. It's God's plan.
That's it. Okay, I like that. Because God really did ordain us for certain things before he allowed us to come.
Yes, and I have heard it time and time again, and I do believe that it is high time for me to walk into it.
And you know what? Now you're ready, right? You have the shift. Your mind has shifted. We don't start a whole nother show. Anyway, we're going to go, you guys. Oh, thank you for your love, your grace. We ask that you continue to follow. We hope you enjoyed the show. I hope that you have a wonderful, amazing week. And I can't wait to see you November 17th. Remember, in everything you do, always be true to you. I love you. I mean it.
Bye.